A lot of you guys are probably wondering, why did you go all the way to Chongqing and then come all the way back here to Chengdu? Well, the reason is right in front of me. Welcome to the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding. Today we're going to check out some pandas. We are in the land of pandas after all, and we couldn't leave here without doing the number one thing to do here in Chengdu. So let's go and check out some pandas.
Right, you guys, I'm so happy that we managed to actually get in. I was a little bit scared that we're not gonna manage it, because online you can only pay with WeChat, and we don't have WeChat because it only works with like a Chinese bank account, so we only have Alipay. And yeah, but it did work out in the end, so you can show up here. You just have to bring your passport basically and then pay with WeChat at the counter, but online it says that there is no ticket window, so basically that's why we were a little bit scared. Anyway, it was 110 yuan for the two of us, so 55 yuan per person basically. And yeah, bring your passport if you do want to enter. And now we're super excited. Apparently they have the giant pandas and they also have the red pandas. So the red panda is actually one of my absolute favorite animal of all time. So today is the day that I'm going to be freaking out basically. And yeah, by the way, you can take a bus from Chengdu, and it goes all the way through, so it's just like an express bus basically. Check this view out. Wow, that's a really large area that you have to cover. So probably
this whole area, this is all the panda base.
I think so.
That is, wow. There's literal like golf carts, kind
There's
of
also,
like electric cars that will bring you around too.
A tourist bus going through, yeah.
Amazing.
Wow, I'm really wondering where we can see what. I mean, obviously it's probably going to be pandas, but yeah, we are going to walk around a little bit and figure out how all of this is going to work. If you do come here, bring your comfy shoes, I want to say.
Straight off the bat, something that jumps out at me anyways is I was expecting there to be huge crowds of people. It's actually very quiet, and it's probably because of how well spread out this area is in general. It is massive. I was not expecting something so vast, something so spread out and large. It to me, when I was thinking of like a panda research center or a research base or a breeding area, I was thinking of like, you know, kind of like just a relatively large area where there's a couple of pandas that are there. You pay your ticket, you walk in, and they're there right in front of you. But I wasn't expecting this to be surrounded by such a vast open space. It's almost like we're in a really large park, and everything is shaped like panda ears as well. Even the bins, seats are shaped like them. It's a very interesting and well constructed place. It's a fascinating place as well. I think if you were to have children, to bring your children, I'm sure they would have an absolute blast here.
I was also thinking that this was going to be more of like a zoo type of layout situation, but it seems to be a lot more spread out, which I think is really nice, because obviously pandas are very large animals, so they need a lot of space, and I'm happy that it's so spread out and not like, you know, here's a tiny cage with a giant panda in it. Oh, you guys, this is our first ever panda in China. Can you believe it? Seems to be a little bit more of a younger one maybe, because obviously it seems to be a little bit smaller. By the way, I bought myself some headgear. So cute though. They positioned them in a way that he or she is obviously eating directly in front of the window, so you can get quite close to him or her. And yeah, it looks super happy. Very sort of calm, relaxed. I feel like it's looking at us and recognizing that we're people looking at him or her.
Yeah. It's just like sitting there chewing on the bamboo and looking back at everybody like, why are you looking at me, type of thing.
Now please be aware as well, if you do come here on a nice weather day like today, where it's sort of warm, I think it's like 26 degrees Celsius or something like that today, that all of the pandas will be indoors because it's too warm for them. I believe they only want to be outside really when it's a little bit colder or maybe overcast for obvious reasons. They have a lot of fur and are quite chunky, so things are going to be a little bit hotter for them. And everywhere you go, you sort of have individual habitats, I feel like. Maybe this could be an outside habitat?
Yeah, this is outside, and then they have the chance to go inside through the doors over here in the walls.
Oh yeah.
So I think that there is pandas living here, and then inside, which is probably where they are because it's so sunny. But inside, they have the chance to go inside. To get some shade, which is good. It's nice that they have the choice, because sometimes you'll see a lot of different zoos and stuff that I've been to, anyways, where they only have the outside enclosure, and especially in countries where it gets really warm and possibly humid as well. It's nice that they have the chance to get shade.
And it's also really interesting over there, even though it is quite empty, it's not so crowded today. There were a lot of people sort of crouching in front of the window trying to get a view of the panda, which is understandable and obvious. But I do believe that there is quite a lot more enclosures where you can see them. So yeah, if you don't get the chance to see them at the first enclosure, just know that there's a lot more enclosures dotted all around us. And here there's people standing there in the back, so one or two of them is probably, there's one just lying on the floor. Oh my god, how cute is that? Look at this guy. He's just lying flat on the floor.
He gave up.
There's more on the thing.
3, 4.
I only saw the one lying flat on the floor.
Just in here. So we thought initially that this place was big, but it's even bigger than we even possibly conceived, because we just found a map here, and there's a couple other maps, but the map that we saw before this only focused on one particular region, which is called Panda Creek Valley, and that's this little segment of the map. But there's all of this as well, so I think you could quite literally spend a couple days here exploring this. And now I have an understanding as to why there's sightseeing buses and a lot of people are being driven around, because it's such a large place.
This is where we are right now. I do think that we're sort of walking this way at the moment.
I think we're in this direction here.
Panda Forest area. No, this way.
That way is Panda Forest.
Should we take off Panda Forest first, because they have a panda nursery home where you can see these guys.
Cool.
That would be so cool, no?
Yeah.
I definitely want to see the number 21, which is down here, the red pandas.
The red pandas, yeah, that's the kind of the main one that we both would like to see. But I think if we make our way this way and then loop our way down, and then eventually I'm sure we'll have, there seems to be actually some like restaurants and stuff as well. So maybe along the way we can grab like a bite to eat afterwards. That's fantastic. I really didn't understand just how big. There's even an IMAX cinema.
Panda theater.
And a panda theater as well.
Oh yeah, okay, if you walk this way you get to the panda theater. Yep. Let's just take off the Panda Forest area first.
Yep.
So again, you don't have to walk, you can take the shuttle buses, like little golf caddies around. Oh, how cute is this one? And yeah, we are just more of yes, we are walkers, but we're also very disorganized, so we weren't aware that this was the case. I thought only the yellow area was what we paid entry for, so we have a lot more to see now.
a lot more to see, that's for sure. And I just realized, I was just saying to Naomi that I literally am dressed like a panda, black and white t-shirt on, and Naomi went for some panda ears too. There we go.
Now you are a panda.
Now I'm basically a panda. As you can see here, the layout of this place is very interesting, and I still can't really truly comprehend the size of it. A lot of the enclosures around here, you can sort of see the size of them. They are quite large. A lot of the outside ones have structures built like tree houses and stuff like that, which obviously is ideal for pandas because they're such playful animals and they love climbing up these types of structures and stuff. But it's really unfortunate with the time that we decided to visit because the sun is up so high right now. Yeah, it's hot. A lot of the pandas on the inside as well are quite literally passed out asleep, because I'm sure that they came out this morning, had their sort of feeding window, and now they're literally in hibernation until probably tonight, where they're going to have some more food. I just find it really funny how pandas are in general. We saw a panda just back there that was quite literally just stuck in the middle of a tree, but he was so far away that we couldn't even really take a picture of him. But they seem to be really sort of docile, sleepy creatures.
Not sure where. Do you want to see this pavilion first or the nursery first?
Let's go in here, considering it's here. Starry Sky Giant Panda Pavilion.
I do think though, like in terms of for us, it's kind of nice that it's warm and the sun is up.
Yeah.
Because obviously we have been struggling a little bit with the cold.
In Chongqing was cold.
Chongqing. Also here Chengdu, when we arrived, it was quite cold. So I'm happy that the sun is out and that we can finally sort of walk around outside and it's not raining, you know?
Yeah, it's a nice bit of activity for us. This is the perfect day out, by the way. Very, very cost effective for what it is as well, the sheer size of this place. It's very, very pocket friendly for a day trip from Chengdu.
I think the panda is exactly my height.
Oh wow, you can see the size of the panda here.
It's just under 180, that's my height.
Ah.
Quite
Oh
literally.
yeah, you're like literally the same height. There you go. I think I'm a bit bigger.
You're a bit taller, yeah.
A bit taller.
A little bit taller. You're too tall. You're no panda.
No panda.
I am panda. And here you can see as well where you would be able to find pandas in the wild. So their habitats are around 20 degrees Celsius, and this is where we are right now. And you would be able to find pandas all in these like dark grey sort of areas, obviously with a lot more altitude, a lot more altitude than where we are right now, and also probably quite a bit colder because it's higher up. And yeah, this is so... I am here. Hi! How cute is that? It's really interactive. I think it's nice for children as well.
I think it's great that they have English. Obviously, being such a massive attraction for so many Chinese tourists, I didn't really expect it to be so accessible for English. But I think there is a lot of foreign visitors, a lot more foreign visitors that are coming here like us. So it's really, really great to see that, because a lot of places that we've visited around Asia, popular tourist attractions, they actually haven't had any English, but here they do. So that's really something worth knowing for you guys if you are visiting, that all the information you'll be able to read if you are coming from a English-speaking country, of course.
I am very excited as well. I think because it's a breeding facility that they obviously breed here and then sort of put the pandas back into the wilderness maybe around here. Umbrella species.
Ooh. So I think it shows how the... I don't know. What's an umbrella species? The conservation of giant pandas also helps other wildlife in their habitat. And this is the one I want to see. Incredible. So we're actually getting to see a pretty active panda right now. He's sort of just bopping around his enclosure. But he seems to be very, very healthy and very happy, and he's just kind of on the move. He's pretty curious, going around sniffing things, and he seems to be very much aware that people are looking at him as well.
I think he's gonna climb.
He's climbing up, yeah. Some of these enclosures are just truly amazing. We just saw one where there was multiple young pandas in there, and they were all just literally just lying around munching through tons of bamboo. There was even one that was lying on his back, mumping away on the bamboo. Incredible. They seem to be very well fed, that's for sure.
Would be sad if they wouldn't be.
Yeah. And you can see sort of all the way around here as well that they're like cultivating and growing a lot of bamboo just to sort of keep it going as well. It's such a fascinating place, honestly, and all of the pandas and their like individual personalities and stuff. It's just great. It's such a great time. Now you can of course quite literally buy anything panda related at every single stop along the way. So you have panda plushies, panda ears like Naomi bought. You can buy panda handbags, panda keychains, panda stickers, everything.
These are their direct replicas of the actual pandas. I think this one is a 1.5 month old hua from the panda base. This one.
Incredible.
So cute, but these ones here feel very different. Maybe they have and they're also a lot more expensive. I think they might be
3-month-old
the
panda
fur.
base. It could be like leftover.
Oh, this one.
Leftover panda fur, maybe. Oh yeah.
Don't know if it maybe says "do not touch" or something.
They're considerably more expensive. This one is 1,700 yuan, which is quite expensive.
Not
Wool
touching.
products, please do not touch. Whoops.
Oopsie, we didn't know. Sorry.
Well, welcome to the Panda Pedestrian Street, where they actually have quite literally turned a whole section of the research center into what looks like a modern sort of shopping mall with restaurants and different eateries, and there's a whole IMAX cinema across the road. Was not expecting this. Wow. Tons and tons of different sort of decos. I think this is a Chinese fast food place. Couple different options as well for food. Incredible.